Today's episode is brought to you by the Be Real Podcasting Network. For more episodes like this, check out BREELnetwork.com.
Hello! What is good, FYDers? This is the 1,062 episode of For Your Distraction.
Like, how many weeks is that?
Something like that.
Something insane.
See, I have no freaking clue what number show we're on right now. What
it's
episode
like
this
74.
Is. So I'm just going to make up some, like, awesome, awestruck number. So people who are listening the first time, wow, these guys have been doing it for a really long time.
Yeah, you know, we do this shit for a living. You're kidding me? It's a weekly show. Okay,
yeah.
we get together every week.
What's up, Adam?
Not much. What's going on, Scott?
Something crazy happened to me last night.
Did you get laid?
That wouldn't be crazy.
I mean,
maybe it would.
You're a married man with two kids. It's about
right.
the craziest.
Touché.
It's about the craziest thing that can happen to you.
Well, as you know, I'm an animal lover. I have a dog, a cat. I've got 4 goldfish. I keep a fish tank.
You got a mouse
in the back
you got
bedroom.
A parrot. You got.
I don't have a mouse or a parrot.
A guinea pig.
No.
You got a cow in the backyard that gives you your milk every day.
These are all. That's all fake news. That's what that is. That's fake news right there.
Yeah,
I have a
that's
cat,
fake news.
a dog, and 4 fish.
Yeah, this is fake news. Republicans say that human body heat creates global warming. So, and anyway,
okay,
that's a legitimate headline for a legitimate story. So,
I feel like I'm being April Fooled.
I'm not.
Okay,
I'll tell you when it's April Fool's because we got a whole thing about that. Crazy thing.
So, you know, when I go out of town, when I go to Florida and such, you come and you take care of my fish and my cat for me. So
Sometimes, yeah.
Yeah. So last night I'm sitting down, I'm watching the TV, and I keep my fish tank in the back bedroom. It was my bedroom when Chris and I first moved into the house. We've since had 2 kids, so now it's Nina's bedroom. Her crib's in there. But I left the fish tank on top of one of the dressers up there. It's a very old tank. Very old fish tank. It was my father's. It's older than me. So I'm sitting in the living room, and I hear Kristen scream my name. So I come running. I walk in there. The water is pouring out of the side of my fish tank all over the bedroom floor.
What?
Just like... Yes, the water is running out of the fish tank. It was like there was like a quarter of the tank full of water. The fish were like sitting sideways. Got them boys in a daze. So I like grab a bucket. I like throw some water from the tub. And I get the fish out, save them, run the heavy ass tank outside and like set it in the yard. And our floor was soaking wet. So when I picked it up, the entire like side panel of glass just like caved in. Because of the pressure. It was completely broken, shattered, and destroyed.
That
so
sucks.
This was late. I was up till like 2:30 in the morning, sopping up wetness all over the floor.
You need to invest in like a rug scrubber. Is what
we have a rug scrubber, and I had to go to work today, and Kristen stayed home and scrubbed the entire carpets. We think we're out of the woods now. We think we're okay. But needless to say, the tank is no more. The tank bit the dust.
So where are your fish?
So... Fish tanks are fucking expensive.
Yeah, they're not cheap.
They're hundreds of dollars. That's something that I don't want to deal with. I don't want to invest in that.
You had fillet of fish for dinner, didn't you?
I did not have fillet of fish for dinner. I love my fish. They're awesome. I have 4 goldfish. 3 of them were comet goldfish that actually won at the fair. They were like 8 years old, I kid you not. You know, you throw the ping pong ball and land it in a little thing and you get a little fish in a little bag?
Yeah, it's a cheat.
I'm kick-ass at the game. It's like playing fucking beer pong, dude.
Because you're a cheat.
I'm not a cheat. I'm good at beer pong.
Only cheaters can win at cheats.
No, I am like bomb at it. Like they see me coming, they're like, fucking close up, here comes Mike. No, like I own that
He's
shit.
He's having fish sticks tonight.
I own that shit. And I win these fish. And like I'm good at taking care of my animals. I feed them, I like change their water, I change their filter. I'm like good at keeping pets. So they fucking get to be the size of bluegill and they live forever. So, you know, you've seen them.
Yeah.
They're huge, and they live in there forever. They like never die. So I needed a place to take them. Not going to buy a new tank. I'm kind of done with keeping fish because they are a lot of work. their responsibility, and I got kids.
And they're gross and they're stinky and they're dirty.
They're not stinky and gross. I
They're
take good care of them.
It doesn't matter how much you... They swim in their own toilet, Scott. It doesn't matter how much you take care of them. They're dirty and disgusting.
So you want to know what to do with my fish?
Yes.
Okay. I have a friend who has the greatest setup you can imagine for fish. He's loaded. He's got a rich family, and he keeps all these fish. So I contacted him and I told him the whole story. I'm like, I got fish swimming in a bucket right now. I mean, they're pretty hardy, but a couple days is about it. They're gonna die. Bring them over. I got a home for him. So I took him over to my friend's house, put them in his tank, and I mean, he's got all like sharks and all kinds of tetras, like freshwater. He's got a saltwater tank, but he's got this freshwater tank. I put them in there, and they made themselves know. This tank is huge.
And they immediately got eaten.
No. Are you kidding me? They were like the biggest fish in his tank. Like, they're huge. So that's what happened to me. I had to deal with the dam break in my sopping wet floor in my house. My wife was not happy. But everything's under control now.
I did deal with sickness this past week. I got the stomach flu.
Ew.
I got a stomach flu this past week. It was terrible.
You get sick a lot, I feel like.
You know why I get sick a lot now? There's a 5-year-old in my freaking house. That's why I get sick a lot. She gets sick and then gives it to somebody else, and that person gets me sick. I'm irate about that. I'm not going to go into it, but I'm irate about that.
I guess so.
I hate it. I've never been as sick as I've been this past year. Never. But I got like a stomach flu. All right, the little girl gave it to my sister. My sister gave it to me after she had it. For 2 days, I had to leave work early. I went to bed, and I didn't crawl out of bed. I almost stayed in bed for almost 2 days. It was terrible. It's horrible. I didn't puke or anything like that, but it was just god awful.
I'm sure all the FYDers listening are very concerned about your welfare, Adam.
I hope so. You better be.
I'm sure they're very worried about your stool and your vomit.
If I was still sick, you wouldn't be getting a show right now. So let's put it that way.
We're glad you're okay. You recovered. Good job.
Do you know what's funny? When you get sick and you realize you can't figure out why you get sick, you become like a health Sherlock Holmes is what you do, because you're laying in bed, you got nothing else better to do. So you go down the line, all right, who did I touch? Who shook my hand? Who was coughing? And you just go down the line and backtrack your past week and try to figure out who the hell got you sick.
As I was walking down the sidewalk, that guy did look pretty sick. But then there was that old ham and mayonnaise sandwich I had. Yeah,
it's like Robert Downey Jr. from Sherlock Holmes. They just go into slow motion and you try to figure things out and everything.
It's like the math equations, like scrolling by in his head. Yeah.
While in real life, you're just laying there in bed like,
Well, I'm glad you're all right. I'm sure all the listeners are
fine now.
Really concerned for you. So, beer of the show.
Beer of the show.
Beer of the show. It's a new one. It's from the Stone Church
I hope
Brewery.
It is a new one.
It's a new one. Actually, it's a brand new beer to their brewery. Our favorite brewery, Stone Church Pizza House and Brew Pub in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. We have them on the show a lot. They have, it's called the Hickory Cream Ale. I think you would like this one.
Yeah, I've been sipping on it.
Okay, why don't you go first?
Very, very light amber colored ale. You could pretty much see right through it, so it doesn't sit at the bottom. It's a very summery kind of beer, I guess you would say. What was it called again?
Hickory Cream Ale.
Hickory Cream Ale. I can't taste the cream. Can't really taste much in the way of cream. It tastes good. It's if you're a dark beer drinker, if you're a heavy beer drinker, you're not gonna like it at all. You're not gonna like it at all if that's your preferred beer. I enjoy it. You know, it's not bad. It's an average beer, is what I'm gonna say. It's very middle of the road. It doesn't have the wow factor, is what I'm gonna say. It tastes like a lot of other beers I've had. I would probably give it a 3 out of 5.
Okay.
It's like I said, it's very middle of the road. It's accessible. It's decent. It's good. It's a nice light beer if you don't want anything heavy, but nothing too unique about it. It tastes just like an average beer you drink out of a regular old can.
Well, that's a fair assessment. I don't think it has an amber color. I think it's more of a golden. It's a golden, very light, too light. And as far as the cream goes, I think it's cream just the way it's brewed. I think it's brewed very light.
I understand.
The kind of hops they use. I
Usually when
don't know. I'm
somebody
not
says
a
cream, I'm like, ooh, cream.
I've had some cream ales that I do like. This one, and it's nothing against Stone Church because they have a ton of beers that I absolutely adore. But this one, I think, is brewed for the weekend beer drinker, not seasoned vets like you and I.
So it's so insulting the way you say that.
I mean, do I sound smug about it? If I do, then
Little
whatever.
bit, yeah.
Fuck you. I know my beer. I like more of a hoppy beer. I like beer that sits with you, got some body to it. This tastes like I'm drinking Miller Lite.
It's like you're sitting at the bar and somebody comes up and like, I want that light beer. Give me something really light. And you lean over to your friend and be like, he's a weekender.
I don't know if I've talked about this on the show before, but it really grinds my gears. So I'm gonna pisses me off to no end. So I've worked special events bartending before, and the one time I worked this event, and we had some Stone Church beer on tap, and we had some other craft beer, really good stuff, really good craft beers. And it was working a bar crawl at a place that typically doesn't serve beer. And people would come in, and we had all craft beers on tap. And their response was, what's the closest thing you have to Bud Light? What's the closest thing you got to Coors Light? I wanted to be like, toilet over there? Go dunk your head in there and push flush and sip. Because that's the closest thing you have to that shitty beer.
Let's look at the area you live in, though. Like, of course, Bud Light and Coors Light is going to be the thing they want.
Yes. And they vote for Donald Trump, too. People who
There you go again.
Yeah, I go again. Yeah, just these people. They wouldn't
grind my gears.
They wouldn't know quality beer if it jumped up and it kicked them in the nutsack. They drives
I
me.
don't think they'd think it would be quality beer if it kicked him in the nuts. But like, that's not quality beer. It kicked me in the nuts. That's a dirty beer.
Needless to say, the weekend beer drinker, the uneducated.
Well, if you order Coors Light and Bud Light, that doesn't necessarily make you a weekend beer drinker. It means you're just a plain beer drinker. You're not adventurous.
You're drinking water. That's what you're drinking. Miller Lite, Bud Light, Coors Light. It's yellow water. It's the worst. It's the worst. And if you like that beer, you're what's wrong with America.
Is that what you call this beer? Water?
It's not very good. It's on the level of those ones. But it is from a craft brewery. But I think you're right, Adam. You said it. You already said it. It's where we live. So this brewery is, hey, we're trying to market to these assholes that don't know good beer, kick them in the nuts. So we're going to make this shitty beer, put it on tap, because these shitty people will like the shitty beer. That's why they did it. And we're drinking it. I'm going to give it a 2 out of 5.
It's a fair assessment.
I'm being generous.
You are.
Because I like Stone Church, I'm giving them some extra points. And it is a craft beer. It's getting 2 out of 5 just because... just because it's Stone Church and it's a craft. Other than that, it's just a forgettable beer. I would much rather have an IPA. And that's all I have to say about that.
So today was April Fool's Day, Scott.
When we're recording this, it is April 1st.
It is.
Did you get fooled?
I got fooled a few times.
You got fooled a few times.
I got fooled a few times. I got off work, and I work at like 6 in the morning, and Saturdays I work from like 6 to 10. And I decided I was going to take a nap when I came home. And when I got home, if I'm going to take a nap, I usually like peruse Facebook and like look at stuff real quick before I rest my eyes. And there's a few things that got me on Facebook. A couple things.
I gotta say, social media in general is the absolute worst on April Fool's Day.
Oh, they're terrible.
It's the worst.
They're horrible. And it's even worse when you don't realize it's actually April 1st. I didn't know what date it was whenever I was looking at it. I was like, there's one thing in particular. I was like, that's pretty freaking amazing. Like, that's awesome that's happening and stuff. And then I realized later on, it was like, that's not real though.
What happened?
George Takei, I don't know if you saw the post, but
I'm a big fan.
He
Sulu.
announced that he was going to be running for Congress up against Devin Nunes. He made that announcement earlier today. And I looked at them, I was like, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. George Takei, like, I'm
If I lived in
surprised.
California, I'd vote for him.
I'm surprised. He's a social justice advocate. Like, he is all about, just the rights of not just mainly gay people, but not just gay people, just anybody who is, minority in general. Like, he's got history of, back during like WW2, during like the concentration camps.
He was in a Japanese internment camp.
Internment camp, not concentration camps. So he's a real big advocate for that stuff. And I was like, it's one of those things. It's like, I'm surprised it didn't happen sooner. And I was like, that's really cool. And then like later on, he shared a picture of him holding a notepad, and on there was written "Gotcha," and it was like April Fool's. And I was like, you son of a bitch!
You've been had.
I've been had, and then I realized the date, and I'm like, it's April Fool's. Wow, that's a bunch of bullshit. But it wasn't the only thing that got me. There was another thing that got me for like a split second. But then I realized that's when I realized what day it was. As you know, Disney's doing a live action Lion King, a live action in all their old movies.
Yep.
For whatever reason,
because the reason is they're making money on them.
They're making money. I don't know why they're doing some of them, but
they're going to do them all.
But they're doing Lion King.
Yes,
and that's cool. And then I read an article that said Simba in the live action Lion King was going to be written as gay. He was going to be a gay lion.
We told you.
And I'm like, I looked at that at first, and I'm like, are you serious? I was like, what about Nala? Like, are you... And there was a whole article wrote about how he came out during his time with Timon and Pumbaa.
Well, we all know Timon and Pumbaa were gay.
Apparently, I don't agree with you necessarily. The consensus seems to be Scar's gay. That's what the consensus seems to be.
No, it's just Jeremy Irons, and he's just a fucking pimp. And
I'm just saying.
Again, he's British. People confuse British with gay a lot.
But what it said that the movie was going to be written, and they were like, well, what about Nala? What about the love interest, stuff like that? And I guess what the article said was Nala was going to be replaced by a different lion of a boy's name that starts on the N. It's kind of like similar to Nala, and they're going to both be gay in the movie. And I'm like, I'm looking at this, I'm reading this, I'm like, there's no way this is true. Like, there's no way. And then I read one of the comments, and every single comment was like, check the date, people. Check the date. Like, that's the consensus for like social media.
Check the date, homie.
Like, social media, every time there's something going on, nobody says, "Oh, April Fool's." Everybody always
Hashtag
says,
check the date.
Check the date.
Yeah.
And I looked at it, I was like, why do they keep saying that? I looked at it, I was like, oh.
Yeah, actually, before a couple days ago, it came out. They cast Simba as Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Donald Glover is going to play Simba, who is going to be playing young Lando Calrissian in the upcoming Han Solo film.
Can't wait.
He's from Community. He's the rapper Childish Gambino. I love everything about him. He's a great guy. I'd like to hang out with him. I'd like to go to the bar and have a few with him. Not a light beer, a good craft beer. But anyway, he's already been cast to be Simba, which I think is great. But it also came out that, I don't know if it's official yet, but from everything I've read, Beyonce looks to be the front runner to be Nala.
I did see that. That's cool.
And I love it. I
saw that, and then I was like, is this an April Fool's thing? Because I saw it today.
I saw it days ago.
Okay, I was going to say, I saw it today, and I'm like, do I believe it or not?
I don't think they put ink to paper yet, so it's not a done deal. But why wouldn't you take that Disney money?
You mean ink to the check paper?
Well, that too, yeah. But I was reading some internet comments, and boy, oh boy, did people really come down hard on Beyonce? Why do people hate Queen Bee?
Wait! Everybody loves Beyonce.
I love Bee. I love Queen Bee.
I don't really care that much about it, but I'm like, I feel like the consensus is she's like the next thing to Jesus.
Not according to these internet comments I read today.
Like when she was pregnant, it was like the coming of Jesus Christ. Like it was like an immaculate conception. Nobody believed that freaking Jay-Z. Like nobody believed that he stuck his dick in her. They were like, no, that's gonna be Jesus right there. Like that's how much people love her. Baby. Yeah.
No, but I love her, and I think it's a great thing. And all these comments I read, I mean, maybe it was conservatives might have been out in force, but apparently they were calling her, like saying she hates white people, and saying some people were saying she doesn't even have that good of a voice.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's
that's absolutely wrong.
That's ridiculous. I think the hate the white people thing is that might be backlash for that Super Bowl thing that she did, where she came out dressed like the Black Panthers or whatever.
Which was a very, very, I guess you could kind of take it that way, but she really was more dressed like Michael Jackson. Like it was last year's Super Bowl, not this year.
I don't know.
So
what
it was Super Bowl 50, and they were she was like emulating some of the great shows of the past. So I think people got all bent out of shape.
If I could be wrong, if I remember correctly, she might have made a comment about the Black Panthers at the time. So maybe that's the reason why people.
I love her. I think she would be great. I know. Jay-Z listens. He's a fan of the show, so he should.
Jay Dizzle, come on.
Yeah, so he should definitely tell his wifey to.
I mean, you don't need the money. Obviously, you got more money than God, but like, come on.
So what other April Fools did you get?
That was all that got me, but I found an article that listed a whole bunch of celebrities that came out with some, April Fool's gags that got people. One of those was director Paul Feig. He announced he's rebooting Back to the Future with an all-female cast.
That probably got your panties in a bunch.
Why would it get my panties in a bunch?
Because you hate the all-girl reboot.
I hate the all-girl reboots. That's the
yes,
key
that's
word.
What I said.
Key
that's
word.
What I said.
No. But I'm just saying.
You hate the all-girl reboots. True or false? True or false?
It's true. It's true. But I hate it as much as I would hate an all-guy reboot. All right, I'm not a male. I'm not a misogynist. Okay, I'm not a sexist.
Adam, you don't have to defend it. This is Donald Trump's America. You're okay.
I have to defend it against you and our listeners because the way you said it is going to make me seem like, oh, fuck women, like dicks all the way.
Get back to the kitchen, bitch.
No, that's not me. I just hate. Maybe I hate reboots, and then I especially hate them if it's like all one thing. Like if they did like all black Back to the Future or like all white.
So now it's a race thing with you. Jesus.
But I'm just saying I would hate that because it's like, why is it got to be that? Come on. But anyway, he would announce that. Another announcement was Michael Phelps was going to be returning to the world of swimming.
This one got me. Yeah,
he tweeted and he was all about like coming back and he's like Tokyo 2020.
I was like, yes, Michael Phelps is coming back. That one got me.
Yeah,
I saw that one. I'm a big Phelps fan.
The people that run his official account team were quick to say hashtag April Fools. People, don't worry about that. Hashtag April Fools. There was another tweet, or maybe it was a tweet or it was an article, or whatever, that said Tom Brady was going to be coming to the Buffalo Bills, or he was going to be coming to New England. I mean.
He plays for New England.
I don't know. I'm just reading. All right, I don't know anything about sports. Let me just read you what it said. Over Atlanta football, Tom Brady fans are riled up to see a fake story from the NFL blog Cover 32 with the headline, Buffalo Bills acquired quarterback Tom Brady in New England trade.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
My fault. But yeah, that was that got people riled up too.
I can imagine. Yes. Speaking of football, while we're on there, one that got me. I'm a huge Pittsburgh Steeler fan, and Le'Veon Bell is the all-world, all-everything running back, and he's been suspended twice in the past for smoking that dank reefer. So the article came out today that said, Le'Veon Bell arrested in DUI, suspended for the entire season, and I knew right away, because I had already been had by one earlier. I'm like... This isn't even trying. They're not even trying anymore. This is so simple. But that was one I saw earlier.
And then one of the last ones, there was just a few of them on here. Last one was the George Takei one, which what's funny about the George Takei one, whenever he shared it on his Facebook.
I could see that happening.
It was, not only that, it was like an actual article. Like, you tapped on it, it would take you to like a BuzzFeed article that was about that. Like, I don't know if he was, it wasn't it was like, it was the Daily Buzz or something, like the Daily.Buzz or whatever kind of thing it took you to, but it was like a legitimate article. I read the freaking article and I'm like, oh my God, like that's pretty freaking cool and shit like that. So, and then it was later on that was like, oh no, gotcha guys. And I'm like, at that point, I hovered my finger over the unfollow button over George Takei's Facebook for a second.
You can't. It's too great.
It was too great. And George Takei is too great for me to do that. But yeah, for like a split second.
So one more I want to bring up, and then I'll be done with it. But this isn't a famous person. This is a person that I really don't even know. Do you have like Facebook friends of people that you just really don't know that well, or maybe just acquaintances? Or
I did for a while, and the only reason why I got those was because, you know, when you get drunk and then you go on Facebook and then you just go through the here's people you may know. You'd be like, if I may know them, fine. And I would tap on the friend button. And then like a couple years ago, I went through my Facebook friends list and I was like, I don't know half these people, and I unfriended a lot of people. So now like my Facebook is consistent with like people I have physically talked to face to face.
Well,
hence there's like 30 people on there now. So
I talked about it a couple weeks ago that Kristen and I used to have the joint account. It still is. She still uses it too, but it's under my name. So this was a friend of hers, and I use the term friend very loosely. They attended the same high school. So it's like somebody you went to high school with. And then I asked her, I was like, were you guys like school friends? You know what I mean by school friends?
Yeah, schoolmates.
Somebody, you know, you have classes with, they're an okay chap. You hang out with them, maybe sit with them, but you don't hang.
At some point, you get
them.
some weird feelings inside you. You don't know whether you think this way or that way, and you're like, maybe we should experiment one of these nights. Or is that college? I'm thinking of that might be college.
I mean, okay, sure, Adam.
Anyway, you were saying.
Oh, so these people, you don't really hang out with them outside of school, but your friend was at school. She goes, no, she wasn't even that. She was just a weirdo. But somehow, this weirdo is friends with us on Facebook. So, she posted a big, long thing today about April Fools. About how...
The friend?
Yes. She said so many people, so many women like to post the fake pregnancy posts. You know, she's like, where they pretend to be pregnant and freak everybody out. And they go, hi, April Fools. She's like, you really shouldn't do that. Because so many women out there struggle with infertility. And it is not a joke. And that's legitimate. I get that. But then there was a couple comments, and somebody calls her out. They're like, yes, but I remember last April Fool's Day that you did a fake pregnancy, April Fools. And she goes, I know I did. She's like, and I regret it. And I'm like, this bitch got told.
That's fucked up. But at the same time, at least she owned it. At least she didn't Donald Trump it. So
she didn't Donald Trump. But she got called out.
She got called out. Yeah, but like I said, you know, she owned it.
It would have been Donald Trump if she would have denied it, and then somebody pulled up the screen capture of the whole post.
Well, that wasn't me then. This is me now saying that.
That was pre-election Donald Trump.
This is post-election Donald Trump, where you don't get what you want.
So I got a letter in the mail, Adam.
Is that still a thing?
The snail mail.
It's one of those things where it's like, back in the day, it used to be like, oh, we get letters all the time in the mail, but then you get an email. It's like, oh, I got an email. Now you get so many freaking emails that you get a letter in the mail. It's like, I got a letter.
Emails are the worst.
They suck.
Yeah.
I love it, but it sucks.
So,
who is this letter from?
It's a very exciting letter. I've always wanted to get this letter.
Really?
Yes. I've never gotten it till now. Can I read? It's a short letter.
The Publishers Clearinghouse.
Read it to you.
Is that what you won? You won $1 million?
I didn't. I wouldn't. I would be happier. But this is still very good news. I'm going to read it to you. Dear television viewer.
Oh.
It is my pleasure to tell you that your household has been chosen to be a Nielsen family for a 1-week TV survey.
The Nielsen fan? Oh, my God.
In a few days, we will telephone you and explain how your household can participate in this TV ratings research. It's very easy. The enclosed gift is a small thank you in advance for taking the time to speak with our research interviewer. Mind you, there was 2 $1 bills in this envelope, and they were like 2017 crisp, never been touched by a human hand before. Oh, they're the most amazing thing. We have nothing to sell to the general public. There will be no attempt to sell anything to you when we do our research interviewer calls. Our only purpose is to learn from you which TV programs you and the members of your household watch during the week of this survey. Your participation is important to us. Thank you very much. Sincerely, Pete Donato, Chief Research Officer, the Nielsened Company. What? I'm getting fucking Nielsen. Yes! Dude, I'm so pumped. I've always wanted to be Nielsen rated. I wanted a Nielsen box. Because it's like my shows that I like always get fucking canceled. And then the bullshit that stays I can't stand. So I'm super excited. I've been waiting by the phone. I want it to ring so I can do the... Oh, can't wait. Can't wait.
So you're like one of like probably like a billion people, I'm sure, that participates in this Nielsen family experience.
I've never been called before or got a letter before, so
well, it's exciting. It's great.
Oh,
like
I'm so excited.
Like you feel like you're gonna make a difference. You're like, no, I want this show and I want to keep this show. This show's great and get rid of this show and everything. Like, how much of an effect do you think you're really gonna make on the system?
more than if I didn't get the letter.
Well, it's like it feels kind of like jury duty. Like, that's kind of what it feels like. Like, jury duty is important. Nobody wants to do it though, so you try to avoid it as much as possible. Yeah. So what are you going to try to get rid of first?
Well, it's not, you don't say, hey, this show sucks, get rid of it. You just log what you watch and turn it into them. So it's not saying, hey, I just make sure I watch my shows that week.
So is your TV going to be on like 24/7 now?
Once I get the call, I'm probably going to, I'm going to keep an active log of what... I don't think they actually tap into your box and record what you're writing.
I thought what they do is they send you something to plug into your TV and that it records what you specifically watch for accurate data, and then they send it back to them. I thought that's what it was.
I think you keep like a written log.
But we live in the world of technology. That's got to be like ass backwards. You know?
I don't know. Maybe. We'll find out when I get the phone call. I'm terrified of like being at work and them calling and missing the call. Because are they going to call my house? They should call my cell, right?
I mean, whatever is on your phone company.
The problem is my house phone is through the cable. So they might call my house phone.
You're screwed?
No, I hope they leave a message or something.
Well, they send you like a Nielsen box. Is what it is.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, they do. That's pretty sure what it is. Like I'm
I'm
looking up what a lot of people say they got the Nielsen box. They send you a Nielsen box and you plug it in.
I think that's for like the long-term recording. Mine's just for a week. I don't know. It's going to be a mystery, man. We're going to find out. But I'm super pumped. I want my shows that I enjoy, that I watch, to be recorded and ratings to go up.
I mean, how do ratings work? Like, really? Like, I've always thought about this as a kid.
They track how many people watch.
Well, how do they know you're watching?
It's Big Brother, man.
I mean, what's like, all right, here's the thing. Like, I guess you'd have to be in the industry to really, really understand this. It seems like it'd be a simple thing, and then you really think about it, and you're like, how does it work? But it's like, all right, you watch a show, and you turn off the TV, but when you turn the TV on, it's still on that channel. Does that still count as you watching? Or what if you're just like, you leave the TV on, you just let it run on whatever channel it is? You're technically out watching, but it still gets ratings, right? Because your TV's watching.
I don't know, Adam. I have never done it before.
Can you speculate with me, sir? Can you throw some ideas out there?
I mean, I guess if you had the Nielsen box, but I don't know if I'm going to get a box. I think I just have to keep a log.
I'm just talking about in general, the way ratings work in general in the TV world.
I mean, maybe people tap in. Think about like back in the 70s when people were like, the government will wiretap your home. Like everybody was so concerned about that.
Yeah, but
now today,
according
it's
to
like
Trump, that's still happening though.
People are like, Alexa, how long does it take to walk to Alaska? You know, or it's like, hey, wiretap. Can cats eat pancakes? Like,
if you have an Alexa tapped into your system, can you say, Alexa, are there any wires tapped right now? I wonder. Can you get Alexa to be like your covert agent for you? To be like, defend my home, Alexa. Like a HAL 9000. Like a freaking HAL 9000. Was it HAL 9000?
I don't know, but like Rosie from the Jetsons.
Or that, yeah.
Like my mom has an
I'm
Alexa.
thinking of like 2001 A Space Odyssey. You got the
Yeah,
computer
I gotcha.
in your thing. Yeah, and it's like,
what are you doing, Dave?
what are you doing, federal agent?
My mother has Alexa, and I always picture it like Rosie from the Jetsons. She'd be like, Alexa, come take my shoes off. Sure thing, Mr. J.
I want Alexa so badly. I want it so badly.
Do too.
Just for shits and just for dumb, stupid.
My mom has
I don't
it. It's
need
awesome.
it. I don't need it, but I just want it. Just so I could be like, Alexa, what did Donald Trump say last week in his speech? And just get like a recorded snippet of what he said. I'm all about that. After all, there's nobody in this world that's more of an expert about wiretapping than the President of the United States. Even though...
I see, that's not what I want it for. That's bullshit. You're wasting your talents. I want to be sitting in my easy chair and just like be bored and be like, Alexa, play Fly by Sugar Ray. Like that's what I want it for. Come on, you have the power of the cosmos and you're going to use it for something like that, Adam?
The power of the cosmos.
Alexa, play My Heart Will Go On. Just like that.
You just want it for a music player.
Come on.
That's all you want it for. You know what I want? I want it to control my lights. I want to control my temperature. I want to be able to dim my lights and change the color of my lights and everything. Just like, Alexa, I'm in the mood for red right now. Give me some red lights. Just give me some nice crimson red, please. We need some nice sky blue. Give me some sky blue. You know, I'm feeling the mood
Alexa,
for
play
that.
Roxanne by the Police. I don't want to see them red lights.
There's two people talking to it at the same time. It doesn't know what to do.
So I got the Nielsen, so I'm gonna get.
Maybe Nielsen.
I'm gonna get. But you know what else? Speaking of that, there's a show that I really like.
Well, you better tell the Nielsen to keep it on there.
Well, it's
You better
already
tell him-
gone.
You
It's
better
already canceled.
Well, you better tell Nielsen. You sent me a letter, okay? I'm a Nielsen subscriber now. I'm part of your business model now. Bring that show back. What is it?
So this is a TV show that you probably know about, but probably don't give two shits about. But as a dad, I've come to love this show. Now, it's been on since 2006. It's been on since 2006. The last episode aired late November of 2016. So it ran for 10 years. Like 125 episodes. But somehow in 6 years, that's considered 4 seasons. They broke it up into like 4 seasons. But it's really weird. They would like take big breaks like in between. I don't know. It's really confusing. So I didn't know it was canceled. I thought it was just, a big break between the next new episode. And the show I'm talking about, Adam, is the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Are you familiar?
Yeah, isn't that
Hot dog,
3D,
hot diggity dog.
3D animated,
Yes.
real badly animated TV
It's
show.
3D animation, yes.
Yeah, that was.
I wouldn't say
that
it's
was
badly animated. It's just very cartoony,
very badly
comic booky.
It felt stiff. Is what I'm gonna say. The animation felt stiff.
It's very preschooly, but that's
Just
okay.
Okay, I'm sorry. Just because it's preschool doesn't mean we deserve high quality, and we deserve some high quality stuff here.
I don't
It's
think it's
Disney.
bad. I
It's
disagree
Disney.
with you. I don't think it's bad animation at all. I think it's its own style of animation, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
Yeah, stiff animation.
I like it better than the fucking Japanese anime drawn shit that they're going to now. Absolutely, I like it better.
I mean, maybe.
You can disagree with me.
Drawn is always better. Drawn is usually for cartoon purposes. When it comes to TV shows, I feel like Drawn is always 10 times better than 3D animated stuff.
The old Drawn. I'm talking like Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin. That hand-drawn stuff was the great animation. Nice, bright colors, vivid colors. Like, think about the original DuckTales. Think about how the original DuckTales was drawn, and now the reboot. Picture how the reboot's drawn.
Yeah, you showed me that. It's not nice. It's very
that's
lazy.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's very lazy.
I would take 3D animation over the new hand-drawn animation. Not the old hand-drawn.
Animation is horrible too, though. That's the thing.
Some of it is, but
some is terrible.
The point is,
I'm just saying. I feel like the show you're talking about, it didn't have great animation. It felt very stiff, is what I'm saying. It felt very, very stiff. Like they didn't feel like they were living, breathing creatures. You know what I'm saying?
That's because they're not, Adam.
But the whole point of the illusion is to make okay. I wouldn't be saying this if it wasn't fucking Disney. Disney has more money than God. Disney has more money than the rest of the fucking world
and
put
how
together.
do they have it?
Okay?
They have it from cutting corners and being a capitalist company and doing it for decades.
But what I'm saying is, if you're going to do that show, get some high quality animation. Is what I'm saying.
I don't think the animation matters to a 3-year-old.
I think it should.
You really think a 3-year-old who wants to see a talking duck and a talking mouse dance and sing about hot dogs, you think they're concerned about the 3D as to hand
No,
drawn?
I'm more concerned about the company that's providing it to provide the high quality stuff. Is
but
what
they
I'm saying.
don't need to.
I don't care if they need to. The whole point is just provide the high quality shit. That's the whole point. Give me the high quality stuff. If you're gonna be in the animation business, give me do it right or don't do it at all. Is what I'm saying.
So because it's not fucking James Cameron's Avatar, you're saying it's a shit show?
I mean that's different, but that's not the same thing. We're talking about apples and oranges now. But
that animation, you can't argue, it's great. It's great.
But that's not animation, really.
It is computer animation.
It's a little bit, but it's not what I'm talking about though. Like there's a difference between they're both animation.
It's
but
not a cartoon.
There's a difference between cartoony animation and real animation and like realistic looking animation like that. I'm thinking more How to Train Your Dragon. That was some decent animation. The first movie, that was some good animation in that movie. You know, it didn't seem very stiff. That's the kind of animation I'm talking about. I'm not talking about like we need to spend like $1 billion every episode. No, but like fucking How to Train Your Dragon. They did a TV show. They did shorts and stuff like that had very similar animation. It didn't cost them that movie quality money.
What about Frozen? It's 3D. It's computer animation.
Even something like that, I would be fine with.
It's good.
Yes, it's a good looking movie. I don't like Frozen, but it is. I can't deny it is a good looking movie. It's a good looking movie. You're throwing your hands up in the air.
The fact that you don't like Frozen right there makes your opinion null and void. Anyway,
I also didn't like Ghostbusters. You're gonna come at me for that too?
No.
You're like an alcoholic. You're like, oh, no.
I'm sad that the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is no more. It's a great show. It teaches kids colors, numbers, letters. It's so educational and it's fun. It's fun. I love it. I'm sad to see it go. And there was no big send off. There was no, hey, this is the final season. Hey, this is the final episode.
3-year-olds watch it. Do you think they care about the big send off? They don't care about the big send off.
Like, I know my daughter will watch the same episode 20 times in a row and not care.
Exactly.
So no, they don't care.
But I'm gonna throw your argument back in your face. Okay, they're 3-year-olds. What do they care about that? Like,
I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about me.
But I'm talking about me too when it comes to animation. So there we go.
Do you watch the show?
I have never actively watched a show like you. No,
See?
but I have had.
That it should not concern you.
There's like I said, there's a 5-year-old that lives in my house now. So, you know, every now and then there's some cartoon stuff that goes on, and I'm sorry, but low quality animation does not exist.
I would never call it low quality animation. No.
It's not high quality, so it's got to be somewhere in the spectrum.
It's not low quality. It's adequate. It's adequate
Are
animation.
you satisfied with adequate, Scott? Is that what you're going to tell your daughters? You did adequate. that what you're going to tell your daughters? Are you satisfied with that?
I don't think it's about the animation. You're all jerking off about the animation. I don't think that's a big deal.
It's an animated show.
It is, but the content is what's more important. The content is second to none.
Are you going to look at a movie or a TV show, like a normal show, and if the content is great, but it's poorly filmed and it looks terrible, you're going to sit there and say, it's a great show, even though it's like terribly filmed?
How many bigly? How many fantastic,
Hugely?
awesome, vivid, in-your-face movies are done, but the storyline is absolute dog shit? Though have they all the time?
And that's on the other side of the spectrum. It's bad too.
I'd rather see a flaming turd with a good story than see this awe-inspiring film with a bad story. I would rather see a good story
or you could keep your standards high on all the spectrums and be like, I want it all to be good and I don't have to, pick and choose.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
Raiders of the Lost Ark is a great movie. My favorite story. When the dude's face melts, it's clearly awfully not a real person.
Well, obviously.
It was 1984. That was as best as they could do at the time. With a Spielberg budget, with a Lucas budget. And that's what they did. Does that make the movie suck? Because it's obviously some plastic mannequin melting in a microwave?
No, but you're making my point for me, because what you're saying is it's the best that they could do. That wasn't the best that they could do. They could have done better. You're kind of making my argument for me, because we've seen animation that's better.
The best that they could do was Frozen. And they did it with Frozen. But they didn't have to...
the best they could have done was Avatar, but they're not going to spend that much money, so...
As far as cartoons go. You play poker? Are you a poker guy?
I've dabbled. I haven't played poker in years.
So,
I've missed it. We need to play a poker match sometime.
If you got a hand that's okay, you bet a little bit. If you have a hand that's great, you're all in. You got to play it like that. Mickey Mouse Clubhouse is a very good television show. I love it. It's no Frozen. So they're going to go all in on Frozen, and they're gonna throw a few chips in on Mickey. That's all I'm gonna say. There's my little analogy with cards.
And therefore, Mickey's canceled.
After a 10-year run, which is nothing to shake a stick at.
What's 10 years to Disney, though?
125 episodes.
What's 125 episodes to
And there's
Disney?
a spin-off currently on, so...
Why is this...
There's a spin-off.
It's Mickey Mouse! Why is there a spin-off?
It's Mickey and the Roadster Racers, motherfucker.
How do you know it's a spin-off, though? Like, it's Mickey Mouse.
Because it's a spin-off! If you
It's
watch
Mickey Mouse! It's Mickey Mouse! Any show, you're just spinning your fucking hat around like a crazy person.
It is!
It's Mickey Mouse. Anything they create with Mickey Mouse doesn't necessarily make it a spin-off. Like, it's just a show. It's a Mickey Mouse show.
But Adam, it continued from the clubhouse.
How do you know?
Because I've watched it.
But you said they didn't have any send-off. They had no hurrah. They didn't have any...
Not for the last episode.
Then how do you know this one continues
because
on?
Because the first episode of the Roadster Racers did that.
How do you know, though?
Because I've seen it.
I'm asking you to tell me the fucking plot.
Oh.
Thank you. That's what I want to know. How do you know?
So, it's a little bit confusing here. There was a short based off of the clubhouse called Minnie's Boutique. And it introduced...
Is it like the Queen Latifah to the barbershop movie?
Sure. Yes. Very good. Very good. It's just like that. So they introduced characters in this short that was spinned off from Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. These same characters, which were never in existence in the Walt Disney lore, are now located in Roadster Racers. Therefore, by hyperbole, it becomes a spin-off. Joni loves Chachi.
But if they created
Frasier, 2 Cheers. Spin-off.
If
same
they
characters.
created high-quality characters for one show and people like those characters, why, if you're going to make a new Mickey Mouse show, why would you especially for toddlers, why would you bother trying to create new characters for the show when you're like, we've got assets we can use over there, let's just bring them over here? Doesn't necessarily make it this. It doesn't mean they're in the same. Doesn't necessarily mean they're in the same universe. Like,
so because they don't.
I consider the Disney universe a multiverse. where it's like you got a Mickey Mouse property over here, but then you got another world where there's another Mickey Mouse property over here.
Multiverse, yes.
Okay, so I consider them multiverse. So it doesn't necessarily mean this is a sequel series to the Mickey Mouse Club. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but it's common. Like okay.
Unless they connect them directly, where it's like, hey, there's the Mickey Mouse Club guys, but we're coming over here now.
Why did Frasier never talk? Oh, do you remember when me and my ex-wife used to go down to Cheers when we lived in Boston and sit there and drink? No.
Cheers was the certain subjects in Cheers were mentioned many times in Frasier,
but not on the regular. Not on the regular.
But enough for you to say, okay, this was a spinoff.
But there's things mentioned in Roadster Racers that
were directly
correlate back to the clubhouse.
So they mentioned the clubhouse in Roadster Racer.
There's only been like 9 episodes. I'm not as big up into it. I'm not willing to make that commitment. But you know, now I'm going to go back and watch every fucking episode. I'm going to take notes and I'm going to get back to you on that. But I think it does.
I hope you do.
I don't remember. I remember watching lots of episodes of Frasier and thinking, how the fuck did he get to Seattle? Wasn't he living in Boston? He got divorced, so he moved out there? Is that what happened?
His dad is out there. His family's out there. That's why. It's the reason why I moved out. It's the reason why my family moved from California to Pennsylvania. Okay, it was just me, my mother, and my grandmother that lived out there, and then my grandmother was moving back home. You know, the family. My mom decided to come on with and everything. That's the reason why. The family's back home. That's why. Apparently, family lives in Seattle,
where everybody knows your name. Da, 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 da. Great show, though. Great show.
I'm a big Frasier fan. Love me some Frasier. Apparently, from what I understand, Frasier, people that actually worked on the show, coming from them, like he was not an obnoxious guy, kind of like Frasier, the Frasier character. Like he would come in like
Kelsey Grammer.
Yeah, Kelsey Grammer. He would come in like flip flops and some dirty shorts and like a tank top and like a sweater or something like that. He would like walk in like that and like a baseball cap, and he'd walk in like that, and he'd be like, all right, let's go, and then he'd get into makeup, and then he would enter the Frasier persona. But he would joke around a lot with the cast. He'd make like funny jokes and stuff, and it was apparently like a really good time. So it's like it's an obnoxious show, but that's kind of part of the joke, is that he's an obnoxious guy.
I feel like I need to revisit Frasier.
You should. You really should. Because
as a kid, when it was on, I forget something came on before it.
Probably Friends. Or Seinfeld. Well,
Seinfeld was the example I was going to bring up. I love Seinfeld, but when it was on when I was a kid, I used to change it because I didn't get the humor. That's how it was with all those shows. All those shows. I didn't like Seinfeld. Now that I'm an adult and I've gone back and I watched Seinfeld, it's fucking hilarious. I did not understand some of the Frasier jokes. Like they were like. There was smart humor.
I've gone back and rewatched the series. There are still some jokes I still don't understand because it's too smart for me.
It's like intellectual comedy.
But it's still really funny though. It's still really funny. Even I consider us to be on the same level. Even on our level, it's still pretty damn funny. Like it's a funny show. I might need
to revisit. Is it on Netflix?
It should still be on Netflix. Yes.
With this tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
And what was great about it, every single time he would have a call-in for his show, it was always a celebrity call-in. Always, like, if they would always have some kind of celebrity calling in, from, like, way back then, like, shit. What was his name? He's in the new, War for the Planet of the Apes. He was in Zombieland. Woody Harrelson. He
was in Cheers with him.
Well, I'm saying he's. I think if I remember correctly, he's done a few call-ins before, and they had a bunch of other celebrities that they would just call in, like the people that would call in. He did, for this on the Frasier, he did a talk radio show where he was a psychiatrist, and he would help people who called in, and they would have all these outlandish problems sometimes, and they would always have a celebrity that would be doing the voice for these people. So, great show. Great show.
What about the sexual tension with him and Roz?
I always thought that they might hook up. They almost did a couple times.
But then there was the
couple
British,
times they
the
almost
British
did.
man. What was?
That was Daphne.
Daphne.
She was all about Niles.
Yeah.
Well, she was
David Hyde Pierce.
Yes. Which he did. He did a movie. I'm going to see if I can find it. Put it on my list.
No.
He
was in Hellboy.
Well, he was, but that's not the movie I'm talking about. He did.
Well, it should be the movie you're talking about.
He did a movie. I can't remember what it's called. And it's on Netflix. It was search David Hyde Pierce. He did a movie. It was like a psychological horror kind of movie where it was either like The Guest or something like, it was something like that, where this dude like showed up at his house. He needed help or some shit like that. But he was like this. He's kind of like an eccentric, crazy person, but he was like an intellectual at the same time. And it was really weird, but really pretty fucking good. So, but yeah, Niles was all about Daphne. He ruined his marriage because of it. Like he kind of ruined his marriage a little bit because of it. And like they ended up hooking up. She was a piece back then. She was a piece. So. I know a bit about Frasier.
You're a Frasier fan. You're a Frasier fanatic.
I watched that whole series over again like a year or two ago. Like 2 years ago. It's a great show.
Would you consider it a Cheers spinoff? I think I would.
Yeah, I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
Obviously, I would consider it a Cheers spinoff. Because those characters don't exist in any other medium. So...
Fucking Nielsen. They're going to get my shit in their ear.
You going to try to get them Mickey Mouse?
Whenever Mickey Mouse is on, they're going to know about it because I'm going to watch that shit.
It's been a good show.
Yeah, man.
Pretty good show.
Looking forward to my ratings. I'm really fired up about it. Get a little bit of a boner right now thinking about it.
Well, if you guys want to let us know if you've ever been a part of the Nielsen family, if you've ever had a Nielsen box, what shows do you want Scott to tell them to bring back or to keep on the air? Email us, foryourdistraction@gmail.com.
I'll pimp out my Nielsen ratings,
Dude.
okay? If you're like, motherfucker,
He's like he's a dirty whore with it.
I want my show, okay? I don't know. Maybe I'm in love with American Pickers, okay? Fucking, you love American Pickers. I don't watch the show. But hey, my 4:30 time slot is open. American Pickers happens to be on then. You want me to put it on my list to tell them that I watched American Pickers? Fucking let me know about it. What show do you want me to save? I'm going to save your show right here, right now.
Careful about those promises. A lot of politicians have said
I'm
the same
going to save
thing.
your show. I got 4 TVs in this house. I'll put all those motherfuckers on, okay? Tell me what show you want me to save, and it's done. That's what I'll do for you, our fans.
foryourdistraction@gmail.com. Email us, and we will get Scott to save your shows.
You want me to watch a Lifetime fucking movie? I'll do it.
For Your Distraction is not responsible for any show that is not saved. This is a empty promise. Head to our social media
You want me to
platform.
watch a Jersey Shore reruns? Consider it done.
Jersey Shore will never be coming back. Consider that not a promise. Do not consider it done. Like and follow us on social media, Facebook and Twitter. Search For Your Distraction @PodcastFYD on Twitter. We are on SoundCloud and we are on iTunes. Search For Your Distraction on there. Like us, rate us, comment on us, share us with your friends. The only way we grow is if you grow. Is if you help us grow. We are a member of the Be Real Podcasting Network. Head over to BeRealNetwork.com. That's BREEL Network.com. You can listen to us on there. You can listen to a bunch of other shows on there. We've got Movie Guys Podcast, Basement Condition, a whole bunch of other shows that are on there. We also want to thank the Beer of the Show, Scott.
Yes, we want to thank the Stone Church Pizza House and Brew Pub in Hermitage, Pennsylvania. Their Hickory Cream Ale. Just very light, very good beer, very crisp. It did quench my thirst. I'll give it that.
It did.
I'll give it that.
That's why I gave it a very average rating.
Yeah,
very
I did
average.
quench my thirst. I just want a little bit more taste. But hey, Stone Church, awesome place. If you're ever around Western Pennsylvania, I can't recommend it enough. Come see us. We'll meet you. We'll go have a beer. We'll talk about what shows you want me to save. We'll drink some. It'll be fun. Come visit us.
So, Scott, do you think you can bring back Firefly? Can you do that?
Do reruns show?
No, but
Then I can't save it. I'm sorry.
You've got
I
pool
can't-
now.
I
You've
mean,
got pool now, Scott.
It's like could you go to a doctor, like the best fucking doctor? I'm talking about like Dr. Motherfucking Strange, and say, hey, can you bring back my dead grandpa? No, motherfucker, they're already dead. I'm not going to resurrect zombies. I'm just going to save life support shows. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm going to do it. I'm so excited. Let me know what shows you want me to save. I am the savior. I've come to save you from your sins.